Okay, hi folks. My name is Don Oshman, editor-in-chief and publisher of HideNet Market Reports, and today we are very fortunate to have Jon Clark, who is CEO of PrimeAsia, talking to us from his office in New Hampshire. And Jon is going to be the featured speaker at our HideNet APLF LMC forum taking place on Sunday, the 30th of August, just before the ACLE fair starts in Shanghai on the 1st of September, the 31st of August. And Jon, I have a few questions to ask you to get the people primed to hear all of the eloquent words of wisdom you're going to express in Shanghai.
I don't know about that, but good afternoon. I'm happy to be speaking with you, and I'll do my best to create a little bit of excitement here.
Okay, thank you. What are you expecting at the fair in Shanghai? What are you looking for when you go there?
Well, I think that from our perspective, our mission at Shanghai really hasn't changed, and that mission is exposure to the emerging markets that are Asia at this point in time. And even with what's been happening over the last 6 months from an economic standpoint within China specifically, but also up and down the Pacific Rim, I think that mission remains the same. It's about exposure. It's about letting people understand that the global supply chain and the global suppliers are available to do business in Asia, in China specifically, just as we have created our business around the globe brands.
Okay, I understand. And let me ask you another question, a little different topic. Too early, have you got any results about how retail sales are going in the footwear industry?
I think that the forecast for the fall season, back to school season, is all over the place. And I think that if you were to pick a region of the world, certainly in the Western world, and you were to take 4 or 5 different forecasts over 4 or 5 different months, I think you'd get 4 or 5 different answers. But what we are seeing and what we are hearing is that in broad strokes and general terms, that in the developed countries, including America, demand is flat, if not up a little bit, as we go into fall. And in developing countries, as we've seen, the demand and the consumer appetites obviously are shrinking against comparisons if you look at the two. So that gives you a sense of what's going on. And what I would say is that overall footwear demand as we go into fall will probably be up just a little bit year-on-year comparisons. Not huge, but then again, anything positive is a positive in this environment. The interesting part of it is that I believe, and our business shows, that it is the segments are driven very differently. We're in a place right now around the world, but especially the Western world, where the athletic side of footwear, on field, off field, on court, off court, but that athletic branding is doing very, very well, and we're seeing double-digit growth in our business in that segment of our supply. But I think that you see that in general across retail as well. And then the flip side of that, on the casual work kind of area, is that is the flat. That's flat year on year.
That's the leather part.
Yeah, and you can point to cost, you can point to supply, you can point to consumer attitudes, all sorts of different things to conversation about what are the critical drivers, but there are a number of them.
Thank you. When we get to Shanghai, at the conference we're going to have about footwear, I'm going to ask you, is leather going to be filed into more shoes for the coming year? But let's save that and discuss that when we get together in Shanghai.
Sounds good. I can't wait to answer it.
That's all the time we have. Jon Clark, CEO, PrimeAsia, the featured speaker at the forum, August 30th in Shanghai, just before the ACLE opens. Thank you very much, Jon.
Thank you, Don.
Bye.